Hello, good morning. Oh, well, that was a rush. We've only just finished bike beats. So sweaty, the bike's still out. And we need some music. There we go. Okay, let me get this bike out the way, else I can't show you what I want us to do this morning for our absolute abs. I mentioned the plank, I think, on Thursday or Friday last week. That's what we're going to do. So I'll leave this sweaty mat out, so I'll use that. Right, boy? Good dog. Okay. So you're going to need some space. We're going to loosen up your back a little bit and learn the position for our hips for the plank. Comes the stand. Let's get that out of the way. So bring your feet together, please. Good morning, good morning. Turn your toes out, turn your heels out. So we've got a hip width apart stance. Relax those knees. So bring your hands onto your hips, and we're gently going to tilt them up towards the ribs, and then gently tilt them away from the ribs. Just small movement, but it's only the hips moving forwards and backwards. In fitness Pilates, when we lift the hips to the ribs, I call that position A. When I tilt the hips away, I call that position C. Now there's a position B somewhere between A and C, isn't there? So that's what I call our neutral spine, or our neutral position. So we're going to try and find that while we're cutting down in our plank. Now, when I see people do planks, their bums are either too high, poking up to the ceiling like in a down dog almost, or their hips are too low and hanging down towards the floor. So we'll call the position up in the air C and the position down towards the floor A, and we need to come up in the middle to B. So just getting you to move your hips up. You'll feel your bum squeeze, and then gently back. Don't move it too vigorously or too, what's the word I'm looking for? No, it'll come to me. It's just not there at the moment. So I want this movement because we're going to roll down into a forward fold, and then we're going to walk out into a hand plank. That's all we're going to do this morning. It's quite early. Okay, just a couple more and find that middle position, the B position. So you've got a little bit of lift of the ribs towards the hips and a tiny bit of squeeze on the bottom. So you need some space in front of you. Keep the feet hip width apart. Chin to chest, slide your hands down your thighs. Now this is important. Bend your knees. As you go down, you might feel a stretch through your hamstrings, through your lower back. And just hold here a moment. Notice how it feels in your back, in your legs, in your tummy. Relax your head. Okay. Take a breath in and breathe out, and brace a little bit through your tummy muscles. You can pull them in, hang in here. One at a time, you're going to step your hands forward. Big steps. There should be about 4 of them. There might be more. That's fine. And then you're going to bring your weight forward so your hands and wrists are underneath your shoulders. Now, this is position C. This is position A. I don't want either of those. I want B. Now we're here. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Lift your head and look forwards a little bit. Don't let your head hang. It's not a natural position for your neck. And if your wrists are feeling this, you're going to grip the mat with your fingers a little bit. Now, keep breathing naturally. Do not hold your breath, else you're going to collapse in a heap. Option, pop the knees down, but keep the weight forwards, please. Don't move the bum back over the hips. You want the weight forwards through your arms. Now, if you're struggling with your wrists, you're going to sit back here and take a little rest. Wiggle your fingers. and then you're going to come back forwards into that plank. Now, if you think, oh, I really want to be able to do a plank on my toes, Hayley, you're going to lift one leg and then release. Lift the other leg. Pull those abdominal muscles up. One more thing, soften your elbows. Really important not to lock them out. Keep changing legs. One leg straight, other knee stays on the floor, and that weight is forwards through your arms. Do one more of these each side. Now, if you're a plank pro, you can come up on your toes. Breathe. Now, here's the tough bit. You can either do this from kneeling, I'll show you what it looks like, or from here. You're going to soften the knees, push your weight back, walk your hands back to your feet, heels down. It's actually probably a little bit easier to do it on your toes. You're going to stay there if you're back in that position already. If you're on your knees thinking, Hayley, how do I do it from my knees? Just push back. When your hands come back to your knees, pull your knees up so you can push the weight back onto your heels. And then roll yourself up nice and slowly. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Steady, steady, steady. Lift your chest up. Wow. So that's what I call a walk out plank. I'm not going to make you do it again today because we're going to do it a lot this week, okay? To get to different planks down on the floor. So just to go over all those bits again, once I've said goodbye and have a nice day, you can replay that video and you can practice that again. That was quite a lot for this morning, wasn't it? There's lots of things to think about, so just take your time with it and make sure you're keeping these muscles engaged. More importantly, not to go to position A when you're in the plank. Position C is going to be a normal rest position. Position A is going to be a position where you could cause yourself an injury. So please don't let your hips hang down towards the floor and crunch up that lower back. You'll understand what I mean. If you find yourself in that position, it'll be very uncomfortable. So try and find that nice neutral position B in the middle. Any questions, any comments, do drop me a message, a private message, or just comments here in the video. And we'll be back tomorrow just after 10:30, and we'll do some more stuff about planks. I'll give you options on your forearms if you've got really weak wrists, but it is a good one to build up your wrist strength, okay? So have a fabulous day. It's Monday. The sun is shining. We're going to have a glorious week of weather. I know we need rain, and I'm sure it will come. But let's enjoy this summer we're having, because we don't get summers like this very often. And that's all from me. Have a fabulous day. Thank you very much.